So welcome to our Pilates challenge. Today we're going to be adding in a little bit more of coordination of the arms and the legs. The important thing to remember is always to set yourself up in a rest position, get your pelvis into neutral, activate your core so you're centering yourself, making sure that your ribs are nice and connected, that your shoulder blades are coming down into that beautiful V and connecting in towards the ribs, and the back of the neck is long, that you're not holding any tension in your face or in the rest of your body. Have a break whenever you need to and just enjoy the session. Only work at the level that you are comfortable at as well. So we're going to start by lying down and making an assumption that you've done a little bit of a warm-up, and there is a warm-up video that you can do, or if you've just been out for a walk with the dog, etc., all of that can be seen as a warm-up. So we set up in the rest position to start with. So our feet, knees and ankles are going to be in the same line, so in that same train track. We've got our pelvis in neutral. We've just asked our core muscles just to activate. Our ribs are connected from those springs. The back of the shoulder blades are just connecting gently in towards the rib cage and coming down into that beautiful V. The back of the neck of the is long. The jaw is relaxed. Fingertips are reaching towards the tippy toes, and you're comfortably breathing in and out through the ribs. We're going to take 3 breaths now, so just make sure that you're nicely centered, so you've got that corset tucking in or the pelvic floor lifting up, and you're going to take a nice breath in through the ribs and breathing out, being aware of the core. Keep the core working. Breathing in, expand through the ribs and let go. One more time and let go. And we're going to start off in scissors. It's going to be a slightly different breath tonight. We're going to breathe in to prepare, and then we're going to breathe out to float the leg up. Then we're going to breathe in to hold, and then we're going to breathe out to lower. So we're going to get a little bit more endurance with the hold through the leg. And also at the same time, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, bringing in the arms, you can have your hands up, and as the knee comes up, you press your hand into the knee and the knee into the hand, and you just make your body work a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to breathe in to prepare, and as we breathe out, we're going to float that knee up. We're going to press in, we're going to breathe in to hold, and we're going to breathe out to lower down. We'll do the other side now. Breathe in to prepare, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out lower. Keep going. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Well done, let those arms relax down. We're going to do our one leg stretch, and we're going to do that with the leg up. So again, this is one that you will remember from the warm up, where you slide the leg away, and if that's where you need to be right now, you stay there, because we can only work at the level that we can work at. If you're ready to go and do the next part of it, you're going to breathe in to prepare, and as you breathe out, you're going to float that knee up. And then you're going to breathe in to hold, and then as you breathe out, you're going to tap the toe away, and you're going to breathe in to come back. And again, we can have the hands up, breathing out, breathing in, and out, breathing in, and out. Keep going. So I just want you to be thinking about the tummy muscles are still working, your shoulders are still relaxed, you're nice and broad across your collarbones, and you're allowing your shoulder blades just to connect firmly into your rib cage at the back, and just coming down a little bit of a V. We're just going to do 2 more, and then we're going to come down. Give those arms a little bit of a rest, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So making sure that we're nice and connected here and through here and the shoulder blades. We breathe in to prepare. We breathe out. Breathe in to hold, and out. to ring that bell. Now, if you're finding you're getting a little bit clicky in the hip, you can come a little bit higher, but you can also just keep that knee a little bit more bent, and that's absolutely fine. Breathing out, making sure that the foot, ankle, knee and hip are on the same train track in the same alignment. So we've got a nice strong leg. We're just going to do 2 more. Last one. And down. And then we just relax the shoulders. Good stuff. So come onto your side now. We're going to do the clam, but we're going to do 3 little exercises, but we're going to do them 5 times. If you want to do them a little bit more, you can pause and go back through the 3 little exercises again. So the arm's going to be out at 160 degrees, or it's going to be tucked in behind your head, whatever works best for you. This hand can be here in front for stability, or it can be here, just making sure that you're aware of your alignment. And again, just remember to take the top of the pelvis forward. The hips are going to be at about 60, the knees are going to be at 90, and the clam is just basically opening and closing your knee. You want to make sure that the top of the pelvis is reaching away so that we have that little lift in the lower waist. Keeps our spine nice and straight. But what we're also going to add today is a little bit of arm movement. So we're going to work on the rotator cuff muscles, and we're going to try and bring this movement in with the knee movement. So we're going to be strengthening through the back of the body, and I want you to think about just squeezing those shoulder blades together a little bit, squeezing your buttock muscles together a little bit, but also just allowing the shoulder to move at the shoulder joint. So it's just going to be rolling in its socket. Okay, so you ready? So make sure this is nice and long. Tummy muscles are engaged. We're going to be thinking about this area here. You're going to breathe in to prepare, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift the knee and the hand. Breathe in to lower. So this is obviously just a little extra add-on. You don't need to use the arm. Don't let yourself roll back. And 1 more. Excellent, well done. The next exercise, we're just going to be bringing the knee and the hip to 90 and back down again. Okay, so we want to make sure that the trunk is still nice and long and the spine is straight, but that the trunk doesn't move. So we're not doing curling up to get the knee out. Okay, and actually let's just take the legs back just a little bit more. So we're going to breathe in to prepare, and as we breathe out, we're going to float that hip to 90 and breathe in to come back. Breathing out, come forwards. Breathing in. And I quite like my hand to be here because I can feel the movement from the hip but not from the pelvis at the back. 4 and 5. Well done. That was a really nice side kick. The next exercise is going to just be extending the leg, and we're just going to be lifting and lowering. Okay, so again, if you think might be too much for me, you can just lift and lower. So we're going to bring the hips back to about 60 degrees, I think, and you can just lift and lower in that position, so we don't have quite such a long lever, so we don't have as much weight through the leg. Otherwise, if you're quite happy to extend the leg, and I want you to think about, we're going to be working with this angle here, so I don't want you to turn your toes up and come up, because that works the front of the hip a little bit more. We want to be working the side of the hip and into that buttock, so we want to make sure that we're kind of sort of lifting up with maybe just a little bit of a pigeon toe. So again, relax the shoulder, make sure you lift this hip away so that we straighten the spine. Tummy muscles are engaged, we're nice and strong. Hand can be here, hand can be here. Don't let yourself roll back, take a breath in to prepare. And as you breathe out, tummy muscles are working, and we lift. And we breathe in to lower. And we breathe out, and we breathe in. A little bit harder. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come back and we're going to come into the bridge position. So if you want to work a little bit harder, you can do this again 2 more times. Otherwise, let's go on to our back. So making sure that your feet, knees and hips are aligned again. You have your feet in nice and close. And this time what I'm going to suggest you do is just bring those feet together. Okay, so it's good to start and then come in this position. We're going to do that nice curly bridge. We're going to have our hands reaching towards our toes, and we're going to press down firmly through the arms so we get really, really nice, strong work through the arms and through the upper back as well. So take a nice breath in, And as you breathe out, you're going to curl your spine up as high as is comfortable. You're going to breathe comfortably here, and if you can either hold or we can open and close those knees 3 times. Good stuff. Breathe in here and breathe out, curl all the way down. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, curl all the way back up. Push the knees away. Breathe comfortably. Knees open and close 3 times. So we're working our bottom a little bit harder. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, curl all the way down. One more time, breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, coming all the way back up. Just working on a little bit more endurance here. Breathing comfortably, opening and closing. And just starting to get the back nice and stable in a different position and get those hips moving in a different position. Breathe in and breathe out all the way down. Going on to the other side now, because we've got the other side to do. With the clam, the side kick, and up touch. Okay, so little pillow. I like mine folded. Arm can be here or can be here. And we're going to have that nice length to the side. The hips are rolled forward. The hips are at about 60 degrees. Knees are at 90. You get bored of me telling you this and you'll just flow into it naturally. And you're going to make sure the tummy muscles are working, and we're going to lift the knee up and drop the knee, and we're going to take the arm up as well. If that's too much, hand can be here or hand can be here for some feedback. Okay, so shoulders down, elbows tucked in. Breathe in to prepare. Tummy working. Breathe out. Lift. Breathe in. Good. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Okay, take the hips back just a little bit, tummy's engaged, make sure you've got that length. We're going to breathe in to prepare, and as we breathe out, we float the knee forwards. Breathe in to come back. Now, can you get that leg in line with the hip, the knee in line with the hip? Breathing out. It's quite a nice little stretch for the hip flexor and the quads. Breathing out. Try and keep that spine nice and straight. Breathing out. I think we've got one more to do. Breathing out. Well done. Okay. So our hips can come back to about 60 again, 60 degrees. You're going to take that leg and extend it. And we're just going to lift and lower. And again, remember, don't turn the toes out. You can have the toes turned in just a smidgen. Just going to scoot up just a little bit. And again, we've got the length through the spine. Going to take a nice breath in, and as you breathe out, you're just going to lift just a little bit higher than hip height, and breathe out to lower. But only go as high as is comfortable. I don't expect the hip to be up here though. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do our swimmer exercise again, but we're just going to do the arms this time. But if you find that it's a little bit uncomfortable for you, maybe you don't have the arm range of movement, you can just go back to just doing the legs that we did in the other video. Okay, but you will need to have the little pillow underneath your forehead. You can have it folded a little bit more just to make sure that you breathe. Take the arms up overhead and have them the hands are just slightly wider than the shoulders. So if you look at my back here, I've got a nice arch, and what I want to do is just tuck the pelvis under. If this is uncomfortable, pop a little pillow here, and that's going to really, really help you. So your job is just to keep the tummy muscles working, keep the pelvis tucked under, keep the legs nice and long. You're going to zip up through that center. And all we're going to do is just lift and lower alternate arms. So shoulders are relaxed, away from your ears, the shoulder blades are coming down into that nice V. Tuck that pelvis in again, breathe in to prepare. And as we breathe out, we just hover the arm a little bit. We breathe in to lower, and then we go to the other side. We breathe out, we lift. We breathe in, we lower. Breathe out, try and keep the trunk nice and steady. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. And then we bring the hands in under the shoulders, and we just come back into a nice child position. And then we just let that back just stretch out. and then we come up into sitting. So we have done quite a lot to strengthen through here, keeping this area here working, strengthening through the arms, strengthening through the bottom, and strengthening through the back. So that just ticks a lot of boxes. It's going to really help your posture. It's going to help you feel nice and strong in the center, and it's going to hopefully set you up for the rest of the day.